Hey, good morning out there. It's Steve. We're on our walk, daily walk. We got some dogs, got some mountains, and thought I would just take a minute to tell you about the good news. We finished, me with the support of my family, finished the first draft of Jimmy versus Communism, sent it to my editor over at Gibbs Smith. My editor, Michelle, is super awesome. Very supportive and helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to say. We expect 3 rounds of edits. We're going to have this first deadline here at the end of April. I'm a little advanced of the deadline. We have one in August and then one in November, the final one. And if you didn't know how this process goes, the first round here is kind of seen as a developmental edit, and there are different kinds of edits. When we hear editor, we might think sentences and periods and such, and that is not the focus of the first edit. The first edit is looking for places where my chapters need to be beefed up, where there's maybe missing scenes. I might get a note back that says Jimmy's behavior in scene X doesn't make very much sense. We need to motivate it with another new scene. Earlier in the story, I might get a note that says that I'm inconsistent with character descriptions or favorite pudding or whatever. We might get notes that indicate there's a strange kind of pacing that happens. Oops, Nova. We want to make sure we get rid of pacing errors, like if things seem to slow down too much in a certain section of the book or speed up unexpectedly. And I'm going to fix those in that first developmental edit. There might be some remaining issues for that second edit, and the third one is like a polish, and that one is the one where we're making sure that our sentences have the right mark. We might call that copy editing, although I would bet that even after that third edit there's a copy editor specifically. I don't know how that's going to go, but that is just to say it is not all periods, etc. Although one of the things I do like to look at, and I'm sure editors will be looking for, is the sentence structure patterns. So if it turns out I have, whenever somebody speaks, I have these sections maybe where the character speaks and then there's a comma and quotation mark, and then there's like, she said, comma, her mouth on fire with anger, or something better than that. But maybe I have the same kind of pattern of sentence every time somebody speaks, or maybe during the dialogue I just have short clipped sentences, but there's no great use for those clipped sentences. Maybe I'm not trying to create a sense of urgency or to convey some other of emotion. Maybe it's just a pattern by the author. We don't want that to distract the audience. So that is what's happening here in these first few edits. So if you have any questions about the whole process, I'll be happy to discuss. We got a good view this morning. I'm in good spirits, going to a conference today, volunteering, and I have short story edits due for an anthology submission that was accepted last month. So I'm going to make some substantive changes, probably 4 or 5 hours worth of work. But here we are, feeling good. That first draft is done. Peace.